Bro, y'all ain't got nothing in the hood. I look like a dope boy to you? No, I ain't like, come on, bro.
You know, I trust in God to deal with it the way that he see fit. You know what I mean? It ain't really shit else. You know, he done got all the whoopings, he done got the punishment, he done did it, he done, you know, did everything as a child you could do to him. So now he gonna have to go through it. He gonna have to go through it and get through it. And ain't nothing me, his mama, or nobody else.
The biggest dread of T.I. has finally come true. King was given a 5-year prison sentence by a judge, meaning that despite years of efforts to change him, there is no turning back. Even worse, King allegedly filed a nasty $25 million lawsuit demanding part of his family's wealth, accusing them of being responsible for his detention. It turns out that following his arrest, they cut him off, which made him lose his mind.
I know you though.
It seems as though T.I. has given up on protecting him after all of his poor choices finally caught up with him. Back in 2022, T.I. made a prediction that King will serve some time in prison if he did not cease his folly as a fake gangster. And he was right on, baby.
And stop hitting me and getting in my comments, telling me what to tell King, okay? I know my son. Think I ain't spoke to my son? Think I ain't told my son, his mama, and his grandmamas, his ass going to prison. If he goddamn keep that shit up, his ass going to prison. Ain't no way around it. Ain't nothing I'm gonna be able to do about it. Can't nobody stop it but him. You know what I mean?
When King was stopped in Dunwoody, Georgia, in October of last year after nearly colliding with a police officer while leaving a gas station, the whole situation began. Because he literally came dangerously close to taking his own life, the police stopped him as a result. However, King's situation worsened at this point when the officer was confronted by the strong marijuana odor emanating from King's vehicle. He nearly struck the police because he was high as a kite. To exacerbate the situation, the officer also noticed a gun on King's hip. He was unable to arrest King for the drug because it occurred in Georgia, but he had to run King's information through the system because of the pistol that was discovered with him, and he did precisely that. While the officer entered King's information into the system, he was ordered to leave and placed in handcuffs. It turns out that King had a Pickens County arrest warrant out for him for not showing up for court in relation to his 2022 accusations of DUI, speeding, and driving with a suspended license. During the questioning, the officer stated, "I informed Mr. Harris that I would need to speak with him outside and opened the driver's side door. I removed the firearm from his hip with no issue. I then had Mr. Harris step out of the vehicle and I detained him by placing handcuffs on him. I escorted Mr. Harris to my patrol vehicle, conducted a pat down, and placed him into the rear of my vehicle. King was in the car with 2 other guys, but he was the only person arrested. What made this arrest even messier was the fact that at the time it happened, he was expecting a kid with his baby mama, Janaya.
And he just became a father. So I got 2 grandchildren now.
Wow, congrats.
Yeah, I got 2 granddaughters. I got a grandson on the way.
Wow.
King's about to have a son.
King's about to have a son. Congrats.
Yeah. And I told him I'm gonna make this the greatest gangster of all times. I will raise this child to torture you the way that you tortured me.
Nearly a year after his arrest, the body cam footage of the incident was released, and it revealed King acting like the typical crash out that he is. He was obviously upset by the entire situation, but you can see from the body cam footage that was made public that he was doing all in his power to remain composed, since he realized he could not just talk his way out of this.
Right. I guess I'm in DeKalb County for the night, and they moving me they moving me all the way to Jasper in the morning.
Ironically, King was fighting T.I. while he was putting in extra effort to keep King out of the predicament he was in. This cannot be made up. Do you recall that he and T.I. got into a physical brawl during the Atlanta Falcons NFL game, and that the entire incident was captured on Instagram Live? T.I. was heard stating, "King, have you ever woken up with a roach on your face?" at the start of the video. Later, Tiny grabbed King's phone and disclosed that King was sucking a dummy at the age of 12, and he screamed like a baby when they denied him what he wanted.
King, have you ever woke up with a roach on your face?
Here. No, that's not the goal.
All right, then. Okay, go.
Or in your ear.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I got in the neighborhood with me that broke up with roach in your ear. Y'all want to go to the bando and my neighborhood. Do y'all want to go to the bando? Do y'all want to go to the bando? To make him look better, he know not to. Silver spoon. I ain't never ate with that day a day in my life.
No, I'm gonna tell you the reason why he want to be over there. Y'all ready?
What reason?
Cause he can suck and pacify over there. Till he was 12 years old. He was sucking and pacify.
I know you. What's wrong with y'all? Why y'all doing that to me? Y'all know me. You know I stand on business. You know I stand on business. Why you even letting somebody play with me like that? Why you letting somebody play with me like that? Why you letting him play with me like that? Why you letting him play with me like that? No, ain't no joking. Ain't no joking. What do you mean?
You are embarrassing yourself. You embarrassing yourself. You are embarrassing yourself. You are embarrassing yourself. What did you talking about?
Get off me. Get off me.
Boy, you can't do nothing with me. Ain't shit you can do with me.
King was a spoilt brat who was obviously trying frantically to be a thug because he believes it makes him tough, which made this extremely embarrassing for everyone involved. Additionally, Tiny and T.I. are embarrassed because it is obvious that they raised him poorly, and now he faces 5 years in prison rather than becoming a father. In fact, some believe that this child might be just what he needed to change his life. However, it is obvious that King is too far gone for a baby to pursue him. Eventually, it became evident that Tiny and T.I. were unable to manage their own son. He is practically battling them in public, smashing his car into a police officer and pulling up on passersby. It is too late to save him now, and this person is out of control. 5 years is no little amount of time. That is 5 years of his life in prison. Back in 2022, T.I. actually stated that he had already accepted the fact that King will undoubtedly end up behind bars. If you do not think that sounds like a defeated father, I am not sure what does.
Stop hitting me and getting in my comments, telling me what to tell King, okay? I know my son. Think I ain't spoke to my son? Think I ain't told my son, his mama, and his grandmamas, his ass going to prison. If you goddamn keep that shit up, his ass going to prison. Ain't no way around it. Ain't nothing I'm gonna be able to do about it. Can't nobody stop it but him. You know what I mean? I've already had that conversation. I've already made my peace with it. Cause I know that energy. I was that energy. I know exactly how it's gonna turn out. You can.
May I take a selfie with you?
No, go ahead.
Please.
I'm in the middle of something. I'm in the middle of something, but go ahead. This is more important. Go ahead, come on.
Thank you.
All right, take it easy. Yeah. So I done already had that conversation with him, man. King's a good kid, chasing after the wrong and you know, I trust in God to deal with it the way that he see fit. You know what I mean? It ain't really shit else. You know, he done got all the whoopings, he done got the punishment, he done did it, he done, you know, did everything as a child you could do to him. So now he gonna have to go through it. He gonna have to go through it and get through it. And ain't nothing me, his mama, or nobody else gonna be able to say about it, man. But I'ma love him all the way through whatever it is he going through. You know what I mean? And yeah, man, he gonna learn his lessons. Life gonna, you know what I mean? Life is gonna teach him all the lessons that he need to know.
It is not even the worst part though. According to sources close to T.I. and Tiny, they recently ran afoul of King after cutting him off and ceasing to pay his legal bills. They apparently informed him that they would continue to assist his baby mama in taking care of their son. But King will have to deal with this 5-year sentence alone and turn his life around. King, however, is apparently going to sue his parents for half of their wealth because he cannot stand it. Since he has no right to his parents' money, it is clear that he will lose this. He is currently in a desperate situation and is making every effort to get T.I. to help him, but it is safe to assume that the train is no longer at the station. T.I. will focus on making sure his grandson lives up to King's standards if he was unsuccessful in raising King. Someone said, "Kid looks like a big mouth bass and need to grow up. Parenting is obviously not working. Some kids can't be saved." Another person said, "After that last video of him being a punk to employees, I already knew this kid was going down a dark path, was given everything he could have ever wanted but wasn't good enough." What isn't T.I. fault? It's his fault. No more we out here? Nah, you locked up, little boy. But now I want to know your thoughts. What do you think about King getting sentenced to 5 years? And do you think T.I. was right for cutting him off? Let me know your thoughts in the comments section below.